Hello and welcome to the Youth Future Report. Today is the 16th of September and the third day of our conference. My name is Imke Mühlmann. Every day at 9 p.m. I'll give you an update about the activities at the Youth Future Conference, as well as introducing some of the laureates of the Right Livelihood Award. While some of our participants were dancing into the new day, we were talking to Muhammad Asmi Abdul Hamid at the Gustav Stresemann Institute. He represents SAM, an environmental organization in Malaysia, which won the Right Livelihood Award in 2002.
I'm musician and dancer and Eurythmist.
Ja, und genießt den Stopp.
I invite you to do something for yourself.
Und auf den Moment, wo ich stehe. Und da habe ich Kraft. Einmal habe ich Kraft nach außen, einmal habe ich Kraft nach innen.
Dance to 5 different rhythms. Each rhythm is representing a different life quality. And in the middle we have a phase where it's really energetic and everybody can freak out.
My name is Muhammad Azmi Abdul Hamid. I'm from Malaysia. We got the Laureate Award way back in 1988 under the organization of the Friends of the Earth Malaysia. So it's been around since the last 20 years. That was our experience of working on environment. But we were around even earlier than that, so we got the award in 1988. What we have achieved is actually, I can say in two simple terms. One is that it has to be given a top priority concern of the world, so that we have achieved that. We have gained attention of the government and policymakers of our country, and also that can be shared with other people around the world. And secondly is for us to also, from that award, to encourage people to understand that there is a need for us to develop a movement orientation of the environmental organization.
Do you want to give us a message to this youth, to these young people?
Of course, youth is the decisive component of the society today. You will make the future. You will become the architect of the future. So my advice to the young people is not to be too inclined to mainstream. There has to be a new thinking. The youth today has to critically look into what's happening around them and not be too careerist, not only thinking about your job and what you earned. You have to think about the world. You have to think about the planet. You have to think about how we can live together in harmony.
Yeah, I'm Nicanor Perlas. I'm from the Philippines. I'm actually now part of a national movement trying to create deep societal transformation on the basis of profound inner change.
When did you get the award?
I got the award in 2003.
And when was the point in your life when you decided to change something to really get active?
The real point that had a kind of global impact was when we decided to challenge the nuclear power plant, which was corrupted with all kinds of problems. And in that point, I made a decision whether I was willing to die or not.
Do you have actually a question to us, the other way around, or
Yeah.
to the youth in the world?
Yeah, I think it's a hope rather than a question. Will you retain the power to be young forever, in the sense of the youthfulness that we discuss here, and that usefulness to be able to access the deepest sources of our creativity and to serve the world with that creativity.
Good morning. I'm a scientist from Canada and the U.S. both. And in the morning, I will talk about nuclear issues, including the depleted uranium weapons that are now being used. and also nuclear power. And in the afternoon, I would talk about how I picture the next war, which I believe will be weather wars.
During the workshop, Rosalie Bertel is explaining why depleted uranium is so dangerous and its connection to the Gulf War syndrome.
The new battlefield and what to expect, because I find most of the military going into these new battlefields have no idea what the weapons are or what to expect.
For her worldwide engagement in raising public awareness about the destruction of the biosphere and the human gene pool, especially by low-level radiation, she was honored with a Right Livelihood Award in 1986.
This 1991 war, they used TNT, and TNT burns at a temperature of about 575 degrees centigrade.
Thank you all very much. Really great to be here. Been looking forward to this for weeks. I work for Plenty International, which, as the Right Livelihood is known as the alternative Nobel. We've been called the hippie Peace Corps. So we're going to talk about a wide range of things. John and I are going to work together, and most of our projects are focused on women and children's health.
Peter Schweitzer started his workshop by taking us on a journey through the wild 60s when he was traveling through the United States in an old school bus. From joining the hippie movement to the founding of Plenty International, he dedicates his life to assist those who are in need.
We're trying to bring some sanity to it.
Plenty International is a worldwide non-profit organization for relief, development, environment, education and human rights. It was honored with the Right Livelihood Award in 1980.
A bunch of young people, I'm talking about millions at the same time, around this planet. And when the Beatles came out with Sgt. Pepper, that was the announcement that it's a new day, it's a new world. You're born again. I mean born again in a real way, not in the fundamentalist way.
So, meine Damen und Herren, liebe Zuschauer, wir stehen jetzt hier direkt am Buffet und wir möchten noch einmal wissen, wie lange die hier schon liegen und ob es ihnen auch gut geht. Wie lange liegt ihr denn hier schon? Ja, das war eine sehr informative Antwort. Wir gehen weiter direkt zu den Maisstückchen. Sehen schon, nein, sieht gut aus. Wunderbar, sehr gelb und knackig. Wir fragen mal.
That was our day. Tomorrow I will introduce you to Survival International, a human rights organization from Britain. And we will show some of our participants' impressions. See you tomorrow at 9 p.m. Good night.
Guten Morgen. Guten Morgen.
The Youth Future Project is supported by the Right Livelihood Award.